Hello everybody, it's Helen here. Today I've drawn another card from Louise Hay's Heart's Thoughts cards. Can't easily say that. And the card that you were given today is I rejoice in my employment. And I did actually chuckle when I first drew this, but when I had opportunity to think about it, it made me realise something different. So on the back of the card, it says, I appreciate the opportunity to help, contribute to, or serve others. I connect with the creativity of the universe and allow it to flow through me in fulfilling ways. So the reason I chuckled is because the word employment, we can interpret words in so many different ways. And employment, the first thought that came to me was a paid job, and many of us actually dislike our jobs. But employment doesn't have to be about what it is we go and do outside in order to earn money. How we are employed in life can be about what do we employ ourselves in, what jobs do we do, and it can be about serving somebody on the street. If somebody's struggling with something, walking, or if there's an elderly person in a shop, say they've dropped something, and that they're struggling to actually get down and help, just by being there to help them pick it up, that kind of thing. Or being patient in a queue, in the supermarket. If there's more than one person waiting in a queue and you're the person that's being served, we can get very conscious of people huffing and puffing if it's taking that little bit longer to get through. But if you're the person that's there that's just holding space for that queue, or enabling that person, say if it is an elderly person at the till, struggling to get the money out, struggling to fill the shopping bags, and that you're aware that there's other people getting a little bit impatient because it's taking maybe 1 or 2 minutes longer, you can hold space and not join in with the tuts and the huffing and the puffing. I think you get what I mean. But it's also about, I connect with the creativity of the universe and allow it to flow through me in fulfilling ways. Whatever it is you're doing today, can you allow some enjoyment to flow through you? Can you focus on the task that you're actually doing, rather than thinking about all the ways in which you're not enjoying it, where you'd rather be, what you'd rather be doing, who you want to be with? Try and be in the present moment. I know we've heard it so many times, but we can get so drawn into the drama of other things, the drama of our lives. But in that moment, if you can remain present and bring some joy into it, just to lift yourself, just to lift your vibration, to change it, who knows what magic can actually come from those moments where you're truly present. So today, if you can, think about the words, maybe journal on it, or just take a moment to consider, to ponder these words. They are affirmations, but they can be journaling tools. A lot of people don't think that there's any use to affirmations, but it's not about just glibly reeling them off. There's a need there to think about what they actually mean and what does it bring up for you. You're not just scrolling off words for the sake of it. I rejoice in my employment. What was my initial reaction? I laughed at that because of some of the experiences I've had in paid roles. But why did it make me laugh? What was it bringing up for me? And how can you flip that? In what other ways can you actually see that? In what other ways can you, what levels of appreciation can you bring to it? How can you change your initial feelings if they were less than positive? So have a think about that today. I appreciate the opportunity to help, contribute to, or serve others. Is there something in a role or some mode of employment or whatever task it is you're doing today? Can you bring some appreciation into that and see that even if you're doing something that you really dislike and you'd rather be doing something else, can you see that within that you might be actually, excuse me, contributing to or serving others? Try and see it in a more positive light. That will help you get through whatever troubled issues, times you may be experiencing at the moment. Take care, everybody. Sorry about the ring lights in my eyes. I'll see you again soon. Oh, and just a note that tomorrow, Wednesday, myself and Sarah Joanne Ashurst were live on YouTube, a live stream, talking about how we came to step into our intuitive power. That's not to say that life is all powerful and rosy and wonderful when you're stepping into your intuitive power. We're like anybody else. We've had the challenges, we've had the trials and tribulations. They still exist, but how have we adjusted? How have we stepped out of that to trust, to turn things on the heads, to live more from the heart? If you'd like, we'd love you to join us, and it's going to be interactive. You can ask questions of us as well. So take care, God bless, have a really good day, bye.